We have game sound here? Oh, yeah, we have game sound. All right, I must turn the music down or something. No, everything looks to be the same. I guess there's just not main menu music. All right, hello everyone. This is Ranger X3X. I think I'm live. I'm going to check that right now. Check one, check two. Yeah, I'm live. So we're just going to come over here to following to get that off the screen. And yeah, we have that up. Come back over here. Hey, what's up, Uther? How you doing today, buddy? We're gonna do the social media stuff. There's Discord. I'm on it every single day. Twitter. I mostly shit post on there. I have gotten better about posting going live notifications. I did one today, so there's that. My good buddy Uther, who is still in Act 3 of the tutorial of Ballgate. I will give him a shit out. Make sure, not a shit out, a shout out. Nah, Freudian slip. All right, so let's come over here to the game. So I'm at a pivotal point of this game. I finally reached 40 stars, which I assume is a review rating, and that's important because it will allow me to buy a heavy duty. This used to be locked behind a 40-star shield, such as this 90-star shield here. So I can buy this now. The problem is on my last job, like a dope, I bought Cleaner, which did help, but Cleaner in this game is a complete waste of fucking money because it runs out so fast. And I just, the two times that I used it, nah, I just rather brute force this shit. Now that you're trained in washing, can you come to my home and power wash my driveway, walkway, and deck? Based upon what the crap I've done in this game, that would be an easy freaking job. So we're going to go back to career, continue. So we have 3 new jobs. And the good thing about these jobs is as you complete any part of them, you get paid for that part, even though the total job's not done. So as soon as I click from 1985 to 2 grand, I'm going to update my thing. So I can tell right now the skate park with all the handrails and the verticality is going to be a nightmare. The same goes with the forest cottage. The fire stations, even though it's the most the biggest payout, seems to be the simplest just because it's a bunch of right angles. But one thing I've learned about this game is it's deceptively deep. And you can get into a job and bite off more than you can chew. So let's go ahead and start this. Our fire station's as mucky as a pig pen. Ordinarily, we just break out a few crates of the cold stuff and let the strong arms and hoses have it. But what with being sent here, there, and everywhere in search of the mayor's dang cat, we just don't have time. I'm messaging you from the lower branches of an oak tree at Great Rivers that I can already see has no cat in it. Your name came highly recommended. Thanks, Denver. So first of all, Denver drill of the Muckingham Fire Station on Main Street in some fictitious town. If you let your property get into this level of disrepair, first of all, what were you doing in your parking lot? That your parking lot is spotless, yet your building looks like it came from a Detroit special election. I mean, let's just be partially performing your job is woke. Oh, come on, man. I don't want to have to wait to the end of the job to get paid. It'd be interesting if that was an option to do in the game. So again, we only need $15 here. To start with, I'm going to take off this adapter. And we're just going to go with what works. So I'm hoping this door here is going to pay 15, but way I've been trying to play this game lately is to try to play it somewhat realistic. Which means we're going to go on top. Can I bring my ladder up here? Hell yeah. All right. So let's have at it. I'm using no soap. This is just brute force water. All right, so the white is not going to work on all this concrete. We're going to go back to orange. Options. What am I looking at? Why am I not seeing what I want to see? Oh, duh. I've played video games before, allegedly. Highlight color, we're gonna go back to default orange. Yeah. Right now, with the pressure I can get on this, I think this is going to be the best nozzle for this part of the job. So if I look at this in the top left, it says fire exit cladding, and I'm about 60% done. So I think the outside is going to, well, this should definitely count as well. So that's the roof. This is the cladding. I'm only halfway done. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Gotcha. We need to get more pressure. I wonder if I can complete this door real quick, and that'll give me my 15 bucks that I need. Not enough. What about this thing? This thing's going to be more involved than what I thought. This sneaky little... Yeah, this ladder is going to be... Can I go up it? Yeah, I can. Well, no, it ends here. I should be able to complete this. We're almost done with this ladder. There we go. 1991, damn it. Alright, we're just gonna have to do the top and just get this over with. One thing this game does not model, and probably a good thing for the type of game it is it doesn't model runoff. You could literally start a job from the bottom and work your way up, which you would never do in real life. And there not be any streaking. $2,000, there we go. So I have the money now. I'm going to go to the shop. I am going to buy the Prime Vista 3000. Leaves me $1. Come over here, hook up the Prime Vista 3000. And let's see what kind of damage this bad boy can do. With the green, I can get a better cone or a wider cone. Is there no music playing? Why is there no music playing in this game? So that whole thing paid us $5. That's just embarrassing. So you can see, even with the higher grade thing, I got to do multiple passes. But this is Rust, and the game models you using special cleaners to address this, but sometimes brute force is the best way to knock it down. Certainly the cheapest. Damn, you're gonna do me like that, game? I'm gonna have to go straight to red. So these little spots here of stuff that haven't been done yet, at a certain point the game gives you enough credit for what you've done. So this is the fire exit wall, this is the fire exit wall. So there are two different fire exit walls. And that fire exit wall does not even show in my list? Really? Wall top, fire exit walls. Damn. Why would they have that after? Oh. All right. So let's see what we can get. All right, so something happened on the front of this that got a shit ton of rust that didn't happen on the side. And no, I'm not OSHA approved safety. There is no safety equipment in this game. But then again, I don't think there's fall damage in the game either. Now there's a shit ton of rust. So they modeled rust on the front and on the left, not the sides. I'm not complaining. I'm glad they didn't, because rust is a bitch. Even though this rust is a lot weaker. Of course, I can aid it by stepping closer to the debris field. So you can see right there, there was still a lot that I hadn't even touched yet, but the game just says fuck it at a certain point. Yeah, this is going to be super heavy duty rust here. So the closer I get, the better the velocity. See, there's no, the game just said, fine, you're done. I think I'm done with that. worse than a fucking road roof in hotel room. Alright. I can't squat. I gotta get out of here. There we go. Alright, so let's try to play this semi-realistic top to bottom. This is going to be the highest elevation. I can't do a ladder now. What kind of first-person soaker is this? I know I'm missing a shit ton. I'm just going for maximum surface area. Alright, so this is the office cladding, this is wall topper, this is office cladding here. So we might be able to complete this without having to hit every little nook and cranny if we get enough access. And may be able to get away with not having to do second and third passes. It all depends on how the game calculates remaining surface area. Because you can see how much I'm missing. But, again, Motel 6, they don't get everything. So right here, I'm looking at it. If you look at the top left, the white line is the amount that still needs to be completed. So I'm thinking I'm at about 35 to 40% on this office cladding. It says I'm 62% clean, so that's 38%. So that means all this little spots I'm missing is not going to be the payoff. It's going to be, there's other larger things that need to be addressed. So this is garage cladding. Okay, so this is office cladding. That's office overhang. All right. Will the game let me get up in here? Hey, it sure will. Nice. This is office overhang, so I need to stick with office cladding. We're going to have gaps above these windows we may need to address. So what are we looking at here for office cladding? We have 18% left. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be... I don't think it's going to be this. That would be cool if it was, though. %. So we're going to have to get the ladder, and we're going to have to address those window overhangs. Where the fuck did I put my ladder? This is not good. There it is up there. Son of a bitch. Am I screwed? I can't be screwed. I have to be able to visibly get the ladder if I get looking at it. Don't be dumb. Oh, fuck me. I gotta do this too? Oh, damn. I knew this job was going to be bigger than this. Nature's Twist. Best damn lemonade on the planet. That I'm willing to pay for. Yep. Yay! Use your head, you big dummy. Oh, fuck. Look how much I missed. Holy shit. All a matter of perspective, isn't it? Everything in life, all a matter of perspective. Shitbags, Batman. Again, we're just going for mass amount of surface area to get the award. Alright, so we are going to have to get up there. So for the office cladding, we have 2% left, which I can say, given everything we're missing, if we just complete this big section here, we'll probably get 100% on it. See, I like how the game models that, but there should be get to cleaning and stop complaining. Well, maybe you should work on getting out of the fucking tutorial ballgate and realize that you still have Super Monkey Island Ball Apocalypse Now Express Banana Expose to play because somebody paid for that. But no, you want to do another playthrough, which I think is cool as shit. I'm just busting your chops. I would definitely watch you do another playthrough of Ballgate. That's a game, and I said this vicariously in your stream before, somewhat flippantly, but it's also kind of true. That's one of those games, and I know this because I've played the Larian Studios prior game, Divinity Original Sin 2, and I still have Divinity Original Sin, the first game, on this new gaming PC that I'm trying to work through. Those are games that are great games, but I don't necessarily see me being able to complete them. Those are games that I kind of more enjoy watching somebody else stream to get to the experience than necessarily grinding through it myself. I kind of like these games in a way, not just because they're overly, they are severely deceptive games. You look at this and they're like, oh fuck, who the hell would want to do this? And then you do it and you're like, holy shit, this is the most relaxing thing ever. Until you start getting serious about it, and then that most relaxing game ever suddenly becomes one of the most stressful games ever because you realize, holy crap, this is technically deeper than I thought would be possible for a lawnmower simulator game or a power washing simulator game. I love my lawnmower sim, which I have not yet installed on this new gaming PC, but sad to say, I'm not a sim fanboy because I tried reinstalling American Truck Simulator on this PC for the second time, and I just still, for the life of me, cannot get into it. I don't know if it's the driving model or it's not the business management aspect of it. Starting your own company and hiring drivers to fill out your fleet and whatnot, that's all fine and good. In fact, I think if they would make the game just that, it would probably sell to a niche audience. But the driving mechanic in that game, which is supposed to be the selling point, it just fails miserably for me. The trucks are too floaty on the road. Just trying to configure controls is a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm not a total sim fanboy, but there you go. See, now I'm going to say I'm not bitching, but I'm just going to say that was a little cheesy there, that I got credit for that. So this wall topper, it's probably going to be on the outside. I know there's probably shit on the bottom, but I'm not going to have to go for that. And we're just going for mass area here. I wonder if my white nozzle can help me here. Yep. So I'm thinking this pass is going to get us close, but not close enough. So for the office roof, we are at 2%. So I'm just going to go for the big stuff. So we clearly got lucky there. Yeah, this is not going to be strong enough. But again, we're going for surface area. This is a wall topper. Alright, so for the wall topper, we are at... I have 7 wall toppers, so 51%. So that's... Alright, so it's not just the one I'm banging on about right now. So, that was cheap and cheesy. Yep, that's what I thought. That'll work. Got a wall topper there. Yeah, that's just not... I don't have the pressure for that. How much is the wand for the Prime Vista 3000? $400? You a crack whore? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to downgrade to the Urban X2. We're going to go with that, and we're going to go with that. Alright, what the fuck am I doing? I need to stay on task. I'm getting distracted. Alright, so we need to come back to this thing. Nudie Newts, thank you very much for that raid. I do greatly appreciate that. My name is Ranger XCX. For those who don't know, I am struggling with the in-depth cataclysmic properties of simulator games. I am playing Power Wash Simulator, and yeah, this game, and I was just talking to my good buddy Uther about this. This game is deeper than what I thought. That's for dang sure. You get into a job and you literally bite off more than you can chew. Like, I was supposed to power wash this square firehouse, and in the details, it didn't tell me this drill tower was also included, which is going to be a nasty job on the inside and out. But there you go. And economically, I just managed to buy the Prime Vista 3000, which is the second best powered pressure washer in the game. But real quick, I'm going to throw out the social media stuff because I feel obligated to do that. There's Discord. I'm on it every single day. Twitter, mostly for going live notifications, which I did do today. I did. I'm getting better at that. So yeah. And one thing, just to note real quick, the game does not model water runoff. So you could, if you wanted to, start at the bottom of the fire station and work your way up, which would be unrealistic. So what I've been trying to do is somewhat play this game realistic. So I'm trying to do a top to bottom thing as much as possible. The other thing the game doesn't necessarily model is you do not have to get something 100%. So you can see right there, all the spooge that I'm missing. It calculates the object like this is called in the top left office wall. I only have to, I don't know what the secret sauce number is in the game code, but you only have to get so much of it done before it calls it 100%. And you could have spots literally remaining, and it'll just count it as complete. Which is a good thing. I mean, these simulators, you shouldn't have to be simulating it. So, like, yeah, that right there, I didn't even get down to that point, and it counted it complete. But there you go. Hey, how's Trick? Still loving spraying your jet around? Okay, whoever you are. How'd you get my number? Narrowly missed out on another recreational vehicle today. This thing was uglier than a chihuahua chewing a wasp. But it would have been my little wasp. Whatever. That's, it's kind of disturbing. No! So this is the office wall. That is also counted as the office wall. So I guess there's multiple office walls. There's 12 office walls. Okay. Get a little bit larger cone, get more surface area done at once. So with this one, we're almost done. I'm imagining if we get a couple of these large areas done, these little splatter patterns down here will probably just be forgiven. Just like that. Yay. I love it when a game makes me look like I know what I'm talking about. Ugh, too fat in my jumpsuit to get through there. Whoops. Again, I don't know why these people let their firehouse get to such a decrepit condition, yet their parking lot is spotless. It's pristine. And Newts, I need to configure you to give you a shout out in my thing. I apologize for that. I don't know what the key command is for it, so feel free to post your link if you want in my chat. I'm just going to have to model that in Streamlabs. Do I use Streamlabs? Yeah, I do. No, I don't use Streamlabs OBS. I use Streamlabs for some things, and then I use OBS, regular OBS, for streaming. So far, this wider green nozzle is proven to get a good amount of mass area. It's not going to get everything perfect, but it's going to be one of those close enough things. Nasty dirt up here. I don't know if this is bird crap or mold or what's going on with this place. And yes, I'm standing right on the edge with no safety equipment whatsoever to speak of. That is not modeled in the game, and surprisingly enough, I don't think the game gives any warnings about, hey kids, don't try this at home. I'm spending too much time on little things. I need to deal with the big fish. So for this garage cladding, there's 2 garage claddings. I'm 53% done, so that's an office overhang. So it's got to be this interior part. It's going to be the bulk of it, I would imagine. Alright, so we still got a lot of gunk on there, but the garage cladding is now down to, it's 63, so that's 37% remaining. So what else counts as garage cladding? Is it going to be the external? Yeah, it's got to be the external. Again, we're just going for total surface area. We're not worried too much about perfection at the moment. Oh, come on. Really? What in the hell happened out in this parking lot that it's this filthy? I mean, honestly, what did you people do here? So, that was a good payoff because we got credit for all of that when we had a hell of a lot of crap we did not finish. Alright, so we get the cladding trim. Do we have anything else up top we need to deal with? Where's my ladder at? Duh. Oh yeah, we gotta deal with this. So we're gonna go, we're gonna try white, because white's our biggest payoff. Or I mean, the most surface area. That's good enough, so again, we're just going for... We're playing the game's calculation here. We're not gonna worry about what it's missing at the moment. Alright, so right now we are at, for the garage roof, there's only one, so we have 77% remaining. So earlier today, I started playing a game called Frostpunk. It's like a survival city builder kind of thing. It's interesting. I might do a stream package of that, and by that I mean I stream on Twitch and I post the VODs on YouTube and playlists. So, like, once I'm done with this stream today, this will eventually go up onto YouTube. And surprisingly, Power Wash Simulator is my most viewed streams on, or VODs, I should say, on YouTube. I've gotten more views on this game than I have on Bloodborne or Dark Souls. Any of the Dark Souls games I've completed. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. Alright, so now for the garage roof, we have 38% remaining. And I almost, with probably the exception of this little skid mark here, if I get the majority of this patch, I think it's going to put me at 98 or 99%. We won't have to do all the heavy green stuff, probably. Uh-oh, I just saw a truck from my cable company outside on the street. Oh no! Oh no! Well, maybe not 98%. That was probably a little overly optimistic. Garage roof, we are now at 12% remaining. So let's hit the big parts. Alright, what are we looking at? Garage roof. We have 8% more to go, so we are making progress. At some point, we're just going to trigger the magic number. So I'm going to downgrade to or upgrade to a higher nozzle. Shit ton over here. Alright, what are we looking at now? Garage roof, 3% remaining. Still 3% remaining. Interesting. We're just going to go after the visible stuff. This is proving to be a little bit more of a deeper calculation than I thought. Well, 9. We only have 1 more % to hit. So we'll go for the biggest patches. Yep, there we go. Whole roof clean. Yay! Yay! Oh, that's disgusting. Do you pay a water bill in this game as an expense? No, that is not modeled in the financials of the game. What's the only thing is the payout of the job. So I think this was an $1,100 job to start at, and then, well, an $800 job. I thought it was 1,100 when I looked at it, but it's an $800 job. And as you complete each thing, you get paid for it. So far I've already been paid 240. My only expenses are if I purchase something like a new attachment or cleaner during the job. There is no water expense. There is no type of office expense, no advertising, no upkeep or maintenance for my van over there, nothing like that. Do I think the game could benefit from that? Yes, I actually do think the game could benefit from that. I think that they should be able to maybe not make it a difficulty mode like, oh, well, on hard mode you have to manage a budget and deal with things like amortization and depreciation of plant property and equipment and those kind of things. I think they should have just different modes. Like you play original mode and then you play business mode, kind of thing. And I would go even as so far as to include advertising, to have third party investment. I think that would, and I don't know, I think this game was made in Fmod or something like that. I don't even know if that engine could tolerate anything like that, but I think that would be a natural progression for this game. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam for a reason, so however they did it clearly worked in that regard. I just think they can make it a deeper sim. And I would even go so far as to say they should make it to where you, like an American Truck Simulator, where you can hire more drivers to drive and be on your payroll, and you could at some point literally sit back in the office and just manage shit. I never got that far into American Truck Simulator. I just got turned off by the driving mechanic. But I think if there's, maybe not in this game engine or this particular build, but I think there is a concept here of running, like, say, a local company. The bones of that concept, I think, they could call it Power Wash Simulator, the business. Let you pick your name, have to deal with competitors, have to deal with caring clients, all that kind of horse shit, I think would be fun. But as you know, Uther, I am a connoisseur of cheap video games, so even if they did release a game like that, I would not be a day one early adopter. I would wait for it to go on a heavy Steam sale. Just because that's how I roll. And to be fair, sometimes Steam doesn't have the best price for Steam games. Sometimes Fanatical and Green Man Gaming, which are legitimate Steam key resellers that I've used frequently, have the best price. And always check SteamDB to find out what the price history is for a title. It might be worth it waiting for the next big sale. Which I think the next big sale on Steam is in 25 days. Yesterday was 25 days, so today would be 24. Duh. I think it's going to be the Steam Summer Sale, and I want to pick up a game called PGA Tour. It's the version that has the Masters in it, and that's a $69 game. It's a $59 game, but on a previous Steam autumn sale, they had it down to $6.99. So I have that on my wish list. I'm going to pick that up, hopefully, if it drops that low. But yeah, modeling something like a water bill, whether you have the option of using the customer's water or using your own, having to bring a hopper, I think would be cool. Obviously, I'm power washing a fire station, so you would think they would have their own water source. And it's actually kind of funny that you mention that, because I've seen videos on YouTube about actual pressure washing companies having police called out on them during a job because the customer found out that they're using their water. Um, and it's a thing. I mean, people are people. People are going to do people things. I mean, we're not allowed to thin the herd anymore, so. So yeah, it's getting good coverage on that. All right, I need to get back to playing this realistically. I can't do this nasty stuff. Top to bottom, Ranger. Stick it top to bottom. What the hell is metal on my mouse? Am I going to be able to spray this close, or am I going to drop off the edge? Yeah, I can spray this close. All right, cool. All right, this is the office wall. How many office walls are there? There's 12. I wonder if I can get this one showing complete, if I can just finish this. Nice. Good lord, man. It's like, would they have they burn charcoal out in their parking lot or something? So the whole overhang is done. We may not have to go vertical on this building again. Maybe here. Alright, we need to equip the, Oh, I need to get back to my 3000 device. I completely forgot I wasn't using it. That was the whole point of this, start of this mission, was to get enough money to buy that. Oh, that works. I don't have enough money to buy the extension for this yet, though, so we're going for surface area coverage, not perfection at this point. So this is just called wall, very generic. We have 12 walls, we're at 40% done. So this is, I think, going to count collectively as one wall. So if we can just get enough of this done, we don't have to worry about every little nook and cranny of it. But again, what in the world were they doing out here? At some point, we're going to get this wall. There we go. So this is the wall base. How many wall bases are there? Is this an alpha order or not? Oh no, it wasn't. Wall base, 13 of them. Okay. That was easy enough. Yep, one 1 of 13. All right, we're making some progress here. Nice looking building. It cleans up nice. I think if they called me back out to do this job again, I would send a team of youths to come do this. I don't think I would do this job again. The hell am I missing on that spotlight? I think this side is the hardest hit. Gonna clean those blue markings off. All right, so we got all that side of the front. We do have enough money now to pay for the extension one for this. But at this point, we technically don't need it because we're on the ground floor. Yeah, this side is definitely the hardest hit by whatever catastrophe befell this fire station. And as mentioned earlier, I know there are cleaners in this game, but they're expensive. They don't last for shit. They work real well, but they run out very quickly, and you end up wasting a lot of money when you can just brute force it with water alone. So, like, especially given the calculations that the game... Undo Control, what's up, buddy? How you doing this fine Saturday afternoon? I'm assuming it's an afternoon for where you're at, but... Happy weekend to you, sir. Happy weekend to everybody. We clean off the dirty wokeness of the fire department and getting the asses back to work. Yes, that would be especially true if this was one of those things that used DIE as a corporate policy. That thing is particularly gross. I'm gonna have to brute force this. Damn, bro. Woo. I'm not getting credit for that window for some reason. Unless they're counting this whole array as the window. Yes, they were. Doc, it's Leonard. Calls Dad. When can you come round? I've got something filthy dirty for you. Um, that's probably not the best text to send unsolicited, even to a power washing company. But you know, what do I know? This would be a small knit community. They may not be wise in the way the world works. I'm just going to call it right now. This is an insanely deceptive job for $800. This is extremely involved. At the start, there we go. At the start, I thought it was, hey, it's just basically a square building with all these right angles. How bad could it be? But fuck. And then I still got to do this damn thing out here, inside and out. Holy smokes. Yeah, we're not getting anything, so I think it might be time to pay for the extension. Prime Vista 3000. Prime Vista Pro. We don't have the Pro, we have the Prime Vista 3000. That's what we currently have, right? Prime Vista 3000. We'll go here. Fucking $400. $400 for what effectively is a high pressure straw. Well, that was gracious. Damn, I'll get that all day long. Probably shouldn't be using the extension wand on the lower end, but I think it's giving me more velocity. I'd actually be able to get away with the green nozzle here. Oh, hell yeah. Accidentally hit my mic. Sorry about that. Well, I did it after 8 hours of COD. I got my first diamond cam. Mid-spicy. Let's look at chat here. First time chat. Cheap viewers on Streamboo. Yeah, we'll just ban you. Mild spicy. Well, I did it after 8 hours of Call of Duty. I got my first diamond camo. I am going to have to plead ignorance to that. Spicy. I do not play COD. I am aware that they just put out or re-released a old map called Verdansk or Verdun or something like that, but I have not played it, so I am going to assume that is a good thing that you work hard for, so congratulations. But again, I have to plead my ignorance as to the subject matter. The only FPS that I'm playing currently is this first-person soaker called Power Wash Simulator. Ugh. Motel 6. Oh, come on. That was so cheesy. I can't believe the game gave me credit for that. I'll dig it. I'm not going to get credit for this until I can somehow... Well, I didn't have to get it from above. I was mistaken. Apparently that was sufficient. Yay. Yay, well cleaned. Am I done? I know I'm not done. I still have that damn thing to do. So I don't have an anchor point here. That's interesting. I had no idea I could move this thing. Literally had no idea. Holy smokes. So obviously I did not fit this in my little blue van out there. How it got onto the playing field, I have no idea. But, how am I going to get up there? No fall damage, yay. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I gotta do all this. This job is not worth $800. This is like a $5,000 job. I'm just gonna say it right now. I got screwed. And then for you to bone me and put all this hard shit up here. Alright. I see how you doing the game. So we are already almost an hour and 40 minutes into this one job. Wow, this will be easy. It's just a bunch of right angles. Alright, I need a... well, there's not really a game plan to be had here. Not when it's this freaking bad. Okay, I'll take that. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually put the extension nozzle here and go this way. Maybe this will give us a little wider, stronger berth. Not as effective as I wanted it to be. So let's go. This is definitely some mold ass looking shit here. Yes, I realize I'm floating out in space at the moment. Ah, crap. All right. The rest of this is just going to have to wait for when we get back outside. Because I have too much surface area that I have to deal with here. And for them to make this close quarter dirt the hardest on the map is pretty insidious. Okay, that's interesting. So they actually section that off there. Okay. So even though it appears to be one solid wall, it was a top of a wall. How in the world did this level of dirt get to that point? Alright, so we clearly got work to do up here. not too shabby. So this is drill tower top floor. So these aren't stairs. This is just the total of the top floor. Okay, I see how they're doing it. Yay! Hit the magic algorithm. Okay, so that's a possibility of just using the white for spray and pray. We're not going to get every nook and cranny, but we're getting surface area, and that seems to be the name of the game. This should count as the second floor as well, yeah. That counts as the first floor. This counts as the second floor, okay. Yay, team. Alright, drill tower inside wall. So they not quartering this off anymore? There we go. Looking good so far. Drill tower wall frame. How many of those exist? 20. So I should be getting credit for cleaning these individual ones. Interesting. So this is drill tower first floor, drill tower first floor, drill tower ground floor. So, all right, so we got the first floor done. It's interesting these individual wall frames aren't counting when there's so many of them in the inventory list or the job list. So what the game had mentioned earlier in some type of dialogue through text is that these things are not graffiti, they're actually some type of construction marker, but I don't know why there would be construction markers still painted on brick in a completed firehouse. So I'm thinking this is just a graffiti, and given how deplorable of a condition this firehouse was let to degenerate itself into, it doesn't surprise me. So I got one wall frame complete. That was interesting. I guess it counts it from top to bottom as a complete unit. Okay. Hey, little girl, what's up, sweetheart? You want to say hi to the stream? Huh? You want to say hi to the stream? Come on. Okay, you're not. You're in between the camera and the monitor and me. And they can't see you, and I can't see the game. Okay, and please do not sneeze on my monitor. Thank you. Yay! Alright, so... This is actually, I don't want to say it's easier, but it's a bit easier than what I thought it was going to be. The hardest part were the rails at the very top. They were heavily saturated. Not too shabby. Only 84% done, and this is already at the 2-hour mark. This is a huge job for $800. Excuse me. I thought I got credit for that. There we go. I see you back there, little girl. Yes, I do. Yeah, just come out here. I can put you on my stream. I'll come over here. Here, let Daddy pick you up. Let me show off my baby squirrel. Uh-huh. You're my little baby kitty. Hey, hi, kitty. Oh, here we go. Blood transfusion. Oh. Next time you go to the vet, you are getting your nails clipped. I know you will not let me clip them for you. I get that. Because Daddy's a klutz, but... This is starting to get... Nice. Alright, stand up. Alright, can I get the rest of this from the ground floor or not? Let's try this. Nice. Again, the game does not properly model runoff, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's a bridge too far, apparently. Yep. No, apparently not. Cool beans. Take that all day long. Let's get back to trying to do this realistically. This is going to be a top-to-bottom thing. Alright, so let's do this. no, collision. Getting stuck on things. Hoping I'm going to get credit for the bulk of the surface area cleaned, and I don't have to keep coming back to do this little stuff. Well, we got that there, but we didn't get that over here. Let's see if we can come down to ground floor. There we go. Nice. 94% done. This has been a fucking job. I would have taken this for maybe $5,000, not $800. Score! See if getting further away from it gives us more ability. Oh, there has... How the hell did anyone get up here to perform that graffiti? Seriously. I clearly didn't put this on right. Nice. Well, this is going faster than what I thought. You get a lot more coverage if you step away. Drill tower ledges, drill tower walls, office walls. Huh. I missed some office walls somewhere? Excuse me. Come on, what am I getting stuck on? Nice. Office walls too. Garage. Yeah, almost done with this. Garage door, office wall. That's a wall, that's an office wall. That's an office wall. Office wall. Office wall. Office wall. I'm not seeing it. We'll go up top. That counts as the office wall as well. This one's done. I gotta find the one that's still showing just a bit of white. I'm not seeing it. Ten of 12, 90% clean, so we're missing 10%, which seems to me to be a significant amount. But I'm not seeing it anywhere. I thought we were done with this building. These are just walls. These are not the office walls. Alright, I'm going to change this to a different color. We're going to change it to pink. Could it be up top, maybe? I'm not seeing any pink. That counts as the office wall, though. Oh, that counts as the office wall, that underline. There we go. Office walls. We still got more office walls to go. How? There it is, right there. Yay! Raking it in. Earned 50 stars career mode. Just got a Steam achievement. Nice. Job complete. Open the tablet to continue. This was a huge job. Wow. It's interesting here. It says 1100 earnings, which is what I thought it was, but when I was in details, it only shows 8. Oh, value 800 earned. And what the difference is. Because these numbers look the same on both columns. So how is it a $300 difference? I don't see a $300 difference between the two columns. All right, so yeah, there's that. We're gonna go back to career mode. We now have clean Grandpa Miller's car. Skate park's still there. Fire truck. So now they're going to pull up a nasty ass fire truck in front of the thing I just cleaned, which is neat. I like how they use the same map again, but add things to it. I don't have a problem with that. That's just efficient game design. But everybody, thank you very much. Newts, thank you very much for the raid today. I greatly appreciate your support. I will work on, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to write the script for that so I can do a proper shout out for you. Going to throw out the social media stuff one more time because an internet whore. There's Discord. I'm on it every single day. That is the best place to get a hold of me. I play a variety of games, not just simulators, not just this simulator. So the games I'm currently playing are Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Madden 20, Atlas Fallen, Elden Ring, Divinity Original Sin, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, Assetto Corsa, which is a racing game, um, and then Soul Mask. We're getting back into Soul Mask. That's a co-op game that I do in the evening with my brothers. So I stream mostly on weekends, sometimes during the week. During the week, it's going to be in the evening Eastern Standard Time. During the weekends, I might do several streams throughout the day. But and this is what I mean by a shout out that I need to do a proper one for Newts is later today. I'm going to be in my good buddy Uther's stream. If he's not already started, he's still working on Baldur's Gate 3. He is in Act 3 at the moment. I will be over there downing a couple beers. Thank you again, Nudie Newts, for your raid today. I do greatly appreciate it. Everybody stay safe. Be careful if you drink. Please don't drive. It's just not worth the risk. Not to you, not to anyone else. So just be careful out there. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Ranger out.